Hello, I'm Joshua, a naturalist for Five Rivers MetroParks, and we're here at Twin Creek Metro Park, the Camp Hook section, where we're lucky enough to find Virginia creeper and poison ivy on the same tree. Now, when we're out leading hikes, one of our big questions we get is, how do we differentiate between poison ivy and a lot of other things out here that have three leaves? Because I know that we all grow up with hearing three leaves, let it be, but then we hike around and we see that there's a lot of things out here that typically will have three leaves or grow as a vine. So let's take a closer look at what these vines look like. So what you'll notice right away is somewhat of a color difference, but then also a size difference between the tendrils, the little hairs that are coming out of the vine and attaching to the tree. And so here, the one on the right is poison ivy, and you can see its tendrils are almost human hair-like. They're almost like if you think of chest hair. That's kind of what they look like. Whereas here in Virginia creeper, the tendrils are much thicker. And of course a lot of the same color as the vine itself. So let's just go ahead and move up and down this vine and you can really see the difference here. Now that trick works when you got mature vines growing on the trees, but what about very young vines? So they have some different characteristics that you want to look at. Let's take a look. Now all the vines you see here are Virginia creeper, but at different stages of growth. The one on the right is a little bit more mature than the one here on the left. But as you can see, both have the 5 leaves of Virginia creeper. Not poisonous to touch, but it is poisonous if you eat it. But the one thing to note here is in the young vine, it has little tendrils that then branch out into, it looks like little suction cups that you can kind of see right there. You're not going to see that effect in poison ivy. Another thing to notice that you won't see in poison ivy is moon cratered leaf scars. So if I pull this thing out of my tripod here, I can maybe get you a little closer. Right here. So this scar is where the leaf fell off last year. And so as you're scrolling up and down the vine and you see leaf scars that look like moon craters, that will identify that as Virginia creeper. Now here is a poison ivy vine growing right along the trail. It almost looks like it's going to become a tree or something because it's coming right on the ground, but it'll continue to grow as a vine right along the trail. So that's how you can see somewhat the crops of poison ivy kind of popping out. But what you'll notice is the compound leaves of 3 leaflets, which kind of goes along with the rhyme that we have all been scared of growing up, 3 leaves, let it be. But then also you'll see a triangular shaped leaf scar right here. Here's where the leaf fell off of last year. Kind of leaves a triangle pattern as compared to the moon crater pattern that we see in Virginia creeper. So very different. Now another characteristic of poison ivy that differentiates it between other plants that have 3 leaflets, because trust me, there are a lot of them, is the fact that this guy has alternate branching, which means that its leaves and branches are going to take turns going up the vine as they grow. So even this, you can tell here in past growth when you look at these leaf scars. There's a leaf scar here, and then you go up a little bit and leaf scar here. You go up a little bit, leaf scar here. These leaf scars and leaves are taking turns as they grow up. And you can see evidence of this all the way up the vine. Now, many other plants with 3 leaflets just don't do that. They have an opposite configuration. Let's look at an example of that. All right, so here we have a very common plant close to wetlands, and because we are Five Rivers MetroParks, we have a lot of wet areas along streams. This is actually a maple tree called box elder or ashleaf maple, and as you can see, it has a 3 leaflet configuration, but also all of these plants, or these compound leaves, are directly across the street from each other, so you can kind of tell these are all opposite from each other. So even at this angle, you can tell that these leaves are directly opposite from each other. And then these 2 leaves are directly opposite from each other. So another common vine that you'll find out in your metro parks is this guy. This looks like something that Tarzan would have swung on, but this is not Virginia creeper or poison ivy. This is actually grapevine. Offers a lot of food for wildlife. All right, let's take a short quiz to refresh our memory. So we have a vine here with a moon crater-like leaf scar. We have leaves that are 5 leaflets, and then we also have tendrils that branch out and act like suction cups, kind of grabbing the tree. What is it? Virginia creeper. And here is quiz number 2, a vine seemingly just standing out on its own in the forest, almost like you can swing on it. This is grapevine. All right, and here is our final quiz number 3. We have compound leaves with 3 leaflets. We have very thin, slender tendrils coming off the vine, attaching to the tree that look like human hair. And then if we look closely at the leaf scars, we have triangular shaped leaf scars. So we hope this helps in your future exploration of MetroParks, because we all know that we don't want to get into poison ivy because that gives us this rash. And then there's so many other things to explore out here that doesn't give us this rash. And so if we can learn a little bit more about what's out here and what can hurt us a little bit and what cannot, it helps us to engage in nature a little better and become more familiar with what we see out on the trail. So thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you out in the trails. Bye-bye.